In 2019, the Independent National Electoral Commission highlighted efforts to ensure Nigerians who have been displaced by conflict and terrorism are not disenfranchised. The insurgents in the northeast, farmer header crisis, and other communal clashes across the country have made it difficult but not impossible for those affected to partake in polls. Nonetheless, INEC Chairman Mahmood Yakubu insists internally displaced persons must be factored into conduct of elections. Getting that to work has not been easy, and it has resulted in a lot of back and forth between the executive and legislatures due to delays in signing the Electoral Act into law. President Buhari finally bowed to pressure on 25th February 2022, signed the Electoral Amendment Bill into law. At this meeting, INEC Chairman Mahmood Yakubu responded to allegations by CSOs of non-compliance with Section 19, Subsection 1 of the Electoral Act. The CSOs are accusing INEC of a reluctance to display voters' registers. Professor Yakubu explains that the Commission has only displayed the voter register at local government area levels, not the registration centers as stipulated in the revised Electoral Act. He also disclosed that INEC has not fixed a date for the activity in question, and when it is time, the Commission will do the needful.
We wish to assure Nigerians that the Commission will display the comprehensive register in all the 8,809 wards and 774 local government areas and area councils nationwide as envisaged in Section 19, Subsection 1 of the Electoral Act.
The National President of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Festus Osifo, has announced that workers in the Nigeria's oil and gas industry are putting together a nationwide action to protest exponential oil theft in the country. According to the latest report by the Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative on oil and gas industry, it showed that 272.2 million barrels of crude were lost to oil theft and other forms of criminalities in Nigeria's midstream sector.
We have to add our voice to the current struggle, and we will not do this by just discussion anymore. That was why the leadership of the association felt that we should organize this World Press Conference, and we should also follow it up by a rally that is going to take place across the 4 zones plus Abuja of Pengasan come tomorrow, 8th of September 2022. We have titled this Chasing Oil Thieves and Vandals Out of Business. And we mean it. This is going to be the first in series of initiatives that we are going to take as Pengasan. It is not going to be one-off, because the reason we are doing this is not far-fetched. The reason we are doing this is very simple, because a lot of companies are shutting in productions, and when production are shut in, when you shut in a single barrel, you are shutting in $100. When you shut in 10,000 barrels, you are shutting in 10,000 multiplied by 100.
Government, as a people, as organizations, must take it seriously.
Mahmood Tuku's role as lead negotiator has resulted in the release of 40 out of the 63 passengers kidnapped by terrorists on the 28th of March. But on Wednesday morning, there were widespread reports of his arrest in Egypt. Mr. Mahmood Tuku is also the media aide to Kaduna-based Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmed Gumi and publisher of Desert Herald newspaper. Sources reveal he was immediately detained by the Interpol at the Cairo International Airport. This, they say, happened while he was waiting for a connecting flight to Saudi Arabia with his family, his alleged destination for the Lesser Hajj. In the last 4 years, communities and schools in Kaduna State have been in the direct line of fire by terrorists and armed bandits. The Kaduna governor had attributed the attack to ISWAP terrorists moving into the state from the northeast, and he had advocated for them to be bombed to death. But Mr. Mahmood had been vocal about his opinion of the use of non-kinetic measures in addressing this challenge. He has also led the negotiation processes when people were abducted and raised his voice when similar attacks occurred in other states. Reactions to his role have been mixed, and many have questioned who he is and what he represents. But those he has helped out of captivity have at different times gone to thank him at his Kaduna residence. In the aftermath of the Kuje prison break, Mr. Tukur revealed that he had warned the federal government of the possibilities of such attacks. He also revealed the trained abductors' demand for a swap of the victims with their colleagues and children who were in the custody of the military. There are claims that Mr. Mahmoud's arrest may not be unconnected with orders from the federal government of Nigeria. Residents of Kaduna are also reluctant to air their views on an issue they fear may be tricky and beyond what is seen on the surface. It was also gathered that Mahmoud is expected to arrive at Aminu Kano International Airport in Kano on Wednesday afternoon.